Wow, too much. Too much. Maybe is that enough? I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that's good lighting? So I apologize if it's dark. It's nighttime and I'm messing around with new lamps that aren't working. So I just wanted to, you know, give you guys an update on what's going on with the crew and with Silver. But first, I just wanted to give a quick thank you to Chris and Kalina. Please give Kalina some pets from us, and I will most definitely get Silver some more ice cream from you guys before things happen. And I wanted to also give another quick thank you to JJ. I just wanted to show you everything arrived safely, and I really appreciate your letter. And just a quick shout out to my BFF Rose, because you are being absolutely amazing during everything going on, as always, as you would be, because you know you're the BFF. But anyway, our pack is changing, and I want to talk a little bit about that and then update you on Silver. So, that's why it's changing. You know, our dog packs can have, you know, behavioral issues causing changes, and you know, things like that happen. But obviously when you add or someone leaves the crew, things change. And the last 2 weeks with Silver, I'm definitely seeing changes happening in our household. You know, Clea has been extremely depressed. She's a little bit just sleepy right now, but she has days where she's just totally focused on watching at a distance, like checking on Silver at a distance in the house. And anytime Silver does come out, sorry if I'm losing my voice, I've been crying a lot and the weather changing. So Clea's going through a little bit of depression. Gypsy seems a little bit unconfident. Well, Gypsy's always kind of unconfident, but it's like extra unconfidence lately. And her and Sully are constantly nipping at each other and fighting lately. You know, because they know our grand lady, our little matriarch of our crew here, is not going to be with us very often. Did you really just fart that? I don't know if that picked up on camera. And then, you know, with the other critters, like the cats are all fighting each other. Actually, mostly everybody's picking on Sally and the cat kingdom in her household. And the birds just seem very, like, cautious with me. I guess they're just picking up on my emotions on what's happening. You know, we always knew that the day would come where we would have to say goodbye to Silver. And we always thought Clea would take that spot. She would be my next second in command, even though she's daddy's dog, because she's very much about, this is how mommy runs the household, you listen to mother, and she does have a very motherly thing to her as well. You know, we always joked that if Silver ever had a daughter with Kage, it would have been Clea, because she has traits of both of those dogs, and then Gypsy would be the daughter of, you know, Silver and Lucian if that was, you know, if they had kids, but because just personality wise. But so I don't know if Clea is going to be my second in command. There's days where she backs down. Sully's really trying to take charge of everything, and it's just strange, because we try to do our best to keep the, you know, pecking order, so to speak, you know, within the crew, like a certain way, but obviously you can't always control that. But it's just, there's a lot of changes and emotions going on through the house. And I also worry about my girls, because this will be the third passing that they'll have to go through. But Silver is not well. She hasn't been well. I mean, she's been, you know, dealing with old lady problems. I'm not going to be able to talk today during this video, but I know a lot of you have said how great she looks and she's doing so good. But yes, for 17 and a half, actually she's 17.5-ish, because this was the beginning of this month, will be the beginning of her 6th month. So she's almost 17 and a half. But yes, for her age, she looks incredible. And she still has food as something she likes to do, but I know she's suffering. She's refusing to vocalize it. Not all dogs in pain are going to, and she's one of them. She's a fighter. She is stubborn, and she's trying her hardest to not show it, even though she does show it. We actually scheduled to say our goodbye to her on March 31st, but with all the injuries I sustained from Sully, and just, I felt so panicked and rushed. I postponed it to this week, and this past week has now put me into a panic of, I feel like I'm waiting too long, or I'm almost going to be waiting too long, because she's had a really rough week. You know, shockingly, she wasn't having any accidents all of a sudden, but that's when I really started noticing she wasn't getting up to drink water. And Silver, for like the last 2 years, has been over drinking water. So, and that was probably why a lot of her accidents happened, is because she wasn't taking too much. But, so I noticed that happening. But then, you know, all of a sudden, the last 2 days of this past week, she started having accidents again in the house. And her bedding is still getting soiled. So she's been really trying to get up to go outside, but she does need assistance almost every single time. Another thing she's been doing this past week is spitting out her pills. And Silver's always been extremely good about taking her pills. Like, she's always been a good girl about that. And her spitting those out, and I have to force her to get up to go get water. And a couple meals, she actually won't finish her meal, and that's not like Silver either. And I know when I show her, you guys see her walking, and it looks like she's walking okay, but she's really not. Like, her one leg is turned funny. She does shake, and I really think sometimes when I'm recording her, she purposely tries even harder to, like, not show her ailments. I think she somehow knows, you know, like, don't show the world that I'm struggling. I'm a tough old woman. But she really is having a hard time. She panics and freaks out and goes in circles, and like, her left leg on the back is actually, it falls under her butt. So when she goes to the bathroom, sometimes she can't even move that leg back out. So she is like peeing and pooping on that, and then we have to clean it again. And it's just, it's too much for her. She's not handling being cleaned as well as she was. You know, there's all those things happening. And even being on all her hospice medicine, her panting is increasing again, like a panicked, really heavy panting. And so it's definitely time, and we're not rescheduling nothing. We're doing it this week. We're saying our goodbyes to her, and any kind of bucket list stuff that I wanted to do for her is just kind of, you know, out the window, which is fine. It's more important that I get special pets and just to be with her a little bit longer than to try to take her out places. I did attempt to take her for a walk, which in her case, a walk is just sniffing around our front yard and our neighbor's front yard. And then her legs stopped working during part of it, or they weren't working as well, I should say. Sometimes when I've done that for her, like just taking her out so she can get some sniffs, she seems to enjoy it and just, you know, enjoy sniffing the smells, you know. And but this time there was only like 2 moments where I saw where she seemed like she kind of enjoyed sniffing things in the air, but she really just wanted to come back inside and sit in that bed downstairs. That's her little safe spot. So my little bucket list plan for her is just, you know, give her some good food and maybe another ice cream before that day, which it's going to be Friday. So we're saying our goodbyes to her on Friday. I've never had to figure out how to get this much strength to do what I'm about to do, but I can't watch her suffer anymore, and I can't, I physically can't do it, and I emotionally can't do it. I'm at that point, because like, even like yesterday, she, on one of her accidents, like she ended up smearing poop all over the house and herself, and she went to a complete panic because she couldn't get her butt up. And then later that night, or should I say early this morning, because we're all up at different hours trying to make sure she goes out and she's okay, I tried to get her to wake up, and she wouldn't wake up right away. And I lifted her a little bit to try to get her going, and she started waking up a little bit, and then her head just kind of dropped, and I thought she had died in my arms, and it scared the crap out of me. And she popped up like, what's happening, you know. But it's those moments like that, like I can't see her go through anything else. And yes, I could continue her on hospice care, and yes, I could continue doing that for probably another 2 months, but I feel like these last 2 months have been extremely hard on her. Maybe not extremely hard, but these last 2 weeks have, like, it's like it went from a drastic change to now it's an immediate drastic change. So my plan is to give her one more full bath, and then just cuddle her as much as I can until Friday, and feed her as much as she wants, if she's willing to eat, because like I said, there are times where she's not finishing her meals. She's literally laying there sometimes, not getting up to eat. Or when I have to pick her up to go to the water bowl, she will just lay down and then drink out of it. She won't stand up, she won't even try. But then other days, you know, she tries so hard to stand on her own, and she does, but you can tell it's a struggle. And that tail of hers is killing me, because it's always been down lately, but the last week it has been completely like curled up under. And I know that's either pain or cognitive issues, but with her case, I think it's both. I know it's both, because I know she's got cognitive stuff going on. But she's lived a really good and long life, and I know we've done more for her than what most people would. I mean, surgeries and all, you know, just to keep her with us. Like I mentioned in previous videos, death process for animals, well, even humans, can last a long time. And I can't watch her go through it anymore. And I don't want her to die alone in that bed, potentially covered in her own feces if she has an accident or something. And I am just a complete and utter mess over the whole thing. I have had to pull over driving, running errands, just to cry, and because I'm losing her. So I'm sorry about, you know, sad news, you know, maybe potentially ruin your week or weekend. But maybe this weekend you can, you know, raise your glasses in honor of Silver and all the other wonderful cattle dogs that have come and gone. And if you don't drink, you can raise your water glasses. One of my favorite things about her is sitting around a campfire and just chilling. She was excellent at just chilling there while we'd, you know, have a beer or whatever. And another thing I remembered the other day is how much I used to dance with her. I would blare the radio and rock out to metal music or country music, mostly metal and rock music, but sometimes you gotta listen to Dolly Parton, you know. But it was just another thing that popped into my head, you know, remembering the last 17 plus years with this dog, like just all the things we used to do together. I actually wish I had more pictures and videos of her when she was younger, but yeah, like I've said in another video that I did for her, you know, we had 35mm camera, and then my one laptop broke one year and I lost 4 years worth of pictures of my original crew. That's the one thing that drives me nuts about digital age, is that stuff once it's gone. Of course, that could be with anything. Once it's gone, it's gone. But sorry, I'm rambling now, because that's, you know, what you do when you're pre-grieving, you know. But I'll make sure I post another cute video I have for you guys before Friday, just so you can have some smiles during this, because I know a lot of you love Silver a lot, and you're going to be heartbroken too. So, and so many of you have been absolutely amazing, reaching out and just letting me know that you're there for me, and just all your stories about how you've gone through this. I mean, I've gone through this before too, but not like this. I can feel it's different, and it's because she's my soulmate, you know. See I'm wearing the t-shirt, Silver Soul Mama, you know. But yeah, it's definitely a different feeling than my boys. But as always, thank you guys for listening, and yeah, just thank you guys for everything, and we will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Is it really gonna turn that much just by touching that? But someday I'll be like a professional YouTuber and know how to do all the lighting and visual thingamabobs. Why is that turning funny?